I'm here to introduce Ed Sunday, and what an honor it is. He and Connie asked me to do this last night, and I've known Ed for a long time. He and I traveled together years ago, and about 2 o'clock this morning I woke up and I thought, what am I going to say about it? And he's a class act, everybody knows that. But the one thing that I think that made Ed Sunday really stand out from a lot of people when we were rodeoing was he never wasted one. I don't care if it was a bareback horse or bulldog and run, he was there to win, and his attitude was always positive. And I heard a guy tell some folks say one time that the great ones, Trevor Brazil, they say that about him a lot, that every run counts for him, he never wasted one. And I never saw Ed Sunday ever waste a horse. He'd do good ones and bad ones. He rode every one of them the best he could, and he never backed up. So, and when it comes to not wasting one, he married pretty good too. He does. You know his wife Connie, but she's a class act herself, and she's real adamant about the Tough Enough to Wear Pink program. She's been honored at the NFR. Just a great family, and I'm proud to call Ed a friend. And like I said, it was a real honor to be able to come up here and introduce him. He started out roaming riding, so bareback riding was nothing for him. I mean, he got to sit down on the horse. He thought that was the greatest thing that ever happened, I think. But why don't you come on up here, Ed? I'm not going to take a whole lot of time talking about him. I think most of you guys know him, and his reputation speaks for itself. But great bareback rider.
Steve Brooks told me that there was a bareback horse in the chute out the arena. That'd be easier than doing this. Behind everybody's success, I've always said that there's been help. I've had a lot of it. Lost. I can't speak very well, but I can read, so that's what I'm going to do. I'd like to thank the board of directors and the trustees. I'm sure your job is difficult because all the nominees are worthy. I have many people to thank, but I'll have to just mention a few. Jim Johnstone of Grassy Butte, Dale Jorgensen of Watford City, Harry Olson of Kildare. All three of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. Jim and Dale would drive to Williston when I was just starting to rodeo so we could practice. They taught me about saddle bronc riding, how to measure buck rein, how to set your saddle, how to mark a horse out. Bareback riding, same thing, how to set your rigging, how to mark a horse out, give a spurring lick. Bulldogging, same thing. How to set your horse, how to score your steer. I'm losing my place here. They were very helpful. I had a young mare that I was training for bulldogging myself, and I was going to travel, and she wasn't ready to haul, so Jim Johnstone said, here, take my horse, travel, go where you want to go, see what you can do. So, Jim, I thank you for that. I don't see you. You must be here. So, and Harry got a hold of me when I was just pretty young, starting out. I rodeoed locally, and he asked if I would like to go with him. He was going to put a run together, and I said, well, how can I say no to somebody who's traveled and knows the road? So sure, I went with him. So Harry, I appreciate it. We went to, I think we started in Holly, Minnesota, ended up in Kansas City, did you take me with just to help with gas money? Anyway, thank you, Harry. You can learn a lot on the road, and I did. So, 3 other guys no longer with us I need to mention. Jack Petty of Killdeer, Marvin Brookman of Wolf Point. These 2 contractors, they allowed me to take saddle bronc horses, bareback horses, and bulldogging steers throughout the winter so I could practice. They were happy to have someone who would winter their stock for them, but I was the one who was happy. To have that quality of stock to practice on was invaluable to me. Another person I need to thank was my dad, Orban Sunday. He had the foresight and vision that if myself, my brothers, or any others are going to improve and need a place to practice, he built an indoor arena that was used by many people. He hazed thousands of steers, picked up hundreds of broncs. He enjoyed it as much as we did. Today he would be proud. Brother Lynn, as I was able to practice and enjoy all that, he was pushing steers, opening gates, and most of all, he was doing the chores. So I could enjoy what I was doing. So hopefully, Lynn, I hope I was able to repay you in some way. Last, I need to thank my wife, Connie. That 46 years ago. Where else? At a rodeo. He's taken care of me ever since. Before we were married, I called her up and I said, I'm going to go to Dickinson and Killdeer over the 4th of July. Would you like to go? She did. So I picked her up and we take off. Now, if any of you know my wife, you know she is very organized, she's very neat. Everything has its place. Of course, my pickup was rodeo pickup. I had receipts scattered around, old sports news, soda cans on the floor, and of course, what's she doing? She's starting to tidy up. She gets done with that, she gets into the glove box. And I'm driving, and she's going through stuff, and pretty soon she says, "What are these?" And I looked and I said, "Oh, it was some checks that I had won at previous rodeos." I said, heck, I forgot all about them. She never even looked up at me. All she said was, "You just keep riding, I'll watch the money." So, thank you for that. I think she's still watching it because I haven't seen it. You know, as a young kid, I'd go with my folks to rodeos. I'd sit along the fence or stand up like little cowboys do, and I think to myself, someday I want to do that. I want to ride bucking horses. I want to ride bulls. I want to be an all-around cowboy. Well, I got older, and I was very fortunate enough to meet many, many, many good friends that I cherished their friendship. And I got to compete with them, travel with many, judge with some, so I was living the dream. Then I get older and I see many of these inducted into the Hall of Fame. And rodeo with most of them. And I think to myself, boy, that's that's special. What an honor that would be. All I can tell you. It is special, and today it is an honor.